Good morning students. Today we'll see the last part of your language chapter 1, that is noun case. So before we start noun case, we have to understand what is the object and what are the different types of object. What is object? Now an object is the part of a sentence that gives meaning to the subject's action of the verb. For example, Ritesh kicked the football. Here Ritesh is the subject and the football is directly linked with the Ritesh, that is the subject. So object is of two types. One is direct object, second one is indirect object. Direct object means what? Now when the object directly link with the subject, means the answer is for whom or what. Example, I play football. Here football is the direct object. Why? Because it directly link with the subject I. And indirect object, it is the answer to the questions to whom, or for what. Means before this object, if any preposition like to or for is present, then we consider it as the indirect object. For example, I gave a pen to him. Here to is the preposition and after to him is there. That's why him is the indirect object. Okay. So now we will start what is noun case. What is case? Now case is the property of a noun or a pronoun that gives information about the role it plays in a sentence. For example, Wasim bought ice cream for Nimi. Here subject is the Wasim and brought is the verb, ice cream is the direct object, for is the preposition and Nimi is the indirect object. For example, to, he is the subject, has given is the VIII form of the verb and his is the possessive pronoun, dress is the direct object, to is the preposition and me is the indirect object. Now basing on this, the noun case is divided into four parts. One is subjective case or nominative case. Second one is accusative or objective case. Third one is dative case, which generally refer to the indirect objects. And the last one is genitive or possessive case. Okay. So we will start about the first one, that is subjective or nominative case. When a noun or a pronoun occupies the position of a subject in a sentence, it is said to be the nominative case. Here the questions asked are what or who. For example, Wasim bought ice cream for Nimi. Here Wasim is the subject. That's why it's the subjective case. So we understand that the subjective case means it denotes to the subject only. Okay. So she loves ice cream. Here she is the subject. So she is the subjective case here. Okay. So subjective case means that denotes to the subject only. Then second one, accusative or objective case. When a noun plays the role of the direct object in a sentence, it is said to be the objective case. For the question here come what or whom, means Wasim bought the ice cream for Nimi. So Wasim bought what for Nimi? So what means ice cream here? It is the direct object because it directly linked with Wasim. So this is the objective case. Nimi liked it so much. So Nimi liked what? That is the ice cream. That's why it is the directive case. It's the direct object which link with Nimi. Okay. So then comes the dative case. Dative case means when a noun or a pronoun plays the role of the indirect object in a sentence, that is called the dative case. The noun that answers the questions to whom or for whom is the dative case. Wasim bought the ice cream for Nimi. For Nimi means for is the preposition and Nimi is the indirect object. That is why it is called the dative case. Then for second one, he bought it for her. So he bought it for her means who bought it for her? For her, for is the preposition and after for her is there. Her is the indirect object. That is why her is the dative case. And last one is genitive or possessive case. When a noun or pronoun or an adjective shows possession or association, it is said to be the possessive case. The noun that answers the question whose in a sentence is called the possessive case. For example, Mohan's book with me. So Mohan's book, Mohan's is the possessive case. His book is with me. Here his is the possessive case. Generally the possessive case is written in the apostrophes. So now we will practice the questions. Let's practice. There are two questions are there. First one is identify and answer the case of the highlighted words in the sentences. Okay, so for that, the first one answer is Ravi Shankar, that is the subjective case. Then sitar is the objective case, you is the dative case, the cassette is the objective case, we subjective case, then D man subjective case, got subjective case. So this bottle subjective case, mine is the possessive case, Mel Gibson subjective case, mine, then possessive case, the film objective case, Sam subjective case, medicine objective case, the patient dative case, me dative case, the cake. Okay, so last second one, identify and write the case of the highlighted words. So first one is I here is the subject, that's why it is the subjective case. Then second one, you is the indirect object here, that's why it is the dative case. It, so see it is the direct object, which is the objective case. Then for D, you is the subjective case, me is the indirect object, that's why dative case. Then E, his is the possessive pronoun, that is possessive case. Then for F also, his is the possessive pronoun, that is possessive case. In G, I is the subject, that's a subjective case, U is the direct